What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. This video, this topic I wanna touch on is about this man you're seeing on the screen right now, Theodore Whitmore. And as you see there, it is said that he was relieved of his duties as head coach of the Reggae Boyz. Now, I'm not always a fan of, coaches being relieved of their duties because the team is not performing, as well as they should have been performing, you know. And I said sometimes, because sometimes it is really the coach's fault, certain things that they do wrong or they're not doing right, or they just can't get the players together, you know, as they used to, or get the performance out of the players as they used to. So when at times, they have to part with the team, get somebody new to pick up the reign and maybe do a better job. Now this news is being denied by the JFF, Jamaica Football Federation. But they had a meeting, and I think an emergency meeting yesterday. So I know something. Even though they're denying it, there must be some, and I think there is some truth to it. But sometimes news get leaked before they decide to put it out there. So we'll see what is going on with that. And it is being said that he will be replaced by a former England international, Mr. Ricky Hill. Mr. Ricky Hill was a former head coach of Tampa Bay. They used to be called Tampa Bay Rowdies before they were transitioned to the MLS. It was before named NASL. I think that was National American Soccer League. So now he was a head coach and head coach, former player, or player coach at the same time, And Mr. Ricky Hill, he has a nice little resume, so he seemed to have been a good coach because he had won the Coach of the Year for 1992. So he must have been doing something right. So if all of this story is true, so let's hope that he can come to the Reggae Boyz and make some changes and get the team going. But to be honest with you, I'm not even blaming Theodore Whitmore alone for the failings or the past failings of the Reggae Boyz. And to be honest, I don't think he's the only one that should be sacked. We need a real shake up from the extreme top. You know what I mean? So they need to take a look at themselves. Those people that are the head, whoever they are, a lot of them need to look at themselves and make some changes, whether they're going to step down or somebody else being sacked or whatever, because they're to be, we have to admit there has been a lot of mishandling from the JFF, from way back when, mishandling of funds and all of that stuff, because at one point there was grosses with the players. They weren't getting enough money and all of that, and there were funds that was coming in to the JFF to help with players getting paid and stuff like that. I mean, I know they're not going to get paid as much as they would get from a club or something like that, but trust me, there was a lot of mishandling of funds and other things there. There were a lot of mistakes being made, from the top. So, if we want to be honest, we have to admit to ourselves that something is wrong from the top also, and it needs some shaking up. I don't know who's gonna do that, or whatever, but we really need a shake up. Now look at a team that qualified for the World Cup in what was it, 1998, was it, or thereabout, somewhere about. I don't remember what year it was exactly, but we qualified for the World Cup with under the Brazilian coach Rene Simoes, and from then, after then, it was like the team just keep going down and down, and that wasn't even. I don't think it was even the fault of the coach, But then I think it was the fault of just as I said, in JFF, with a lot of mishandling of funds and different things. So we should, instead of us going improving, we keep going down, getting worse. When Theodore took it over, they made a real improvement, and he won a few championships with them, and he went to the finals, the Gold Cup finals, a couple times. And then here we go again, the team going down again, which is unacceptable. So here they have sacked, if it is true, it is alleged that Theodore Whitmore was sacked. So we'll see how that plays out. But we're gonna be keeping an eye out on this, and trust me, if after before I even say what I was gonna say, in every team, most of the times, when a coach is sacked and whoever takes over, there is always an improvement, for the first few games, and then goes back to normal losing games and stuff like that. So we'll see what's going on. And when you see stuff like that, a lot of times it's not the fault of the coach alone. The heads need to look at themselves also. The coach is sometimes just a scapegoat, because a lot of times the coaches ask for different players, scouting out different other players that are playing, especially overseas, that can make an impact on the team, and the funds is just not there. It's not being provided for them to get that player who I think would really make a difference, because we need, don't go around it, we need international players to make a difference in the Reggae Boyz team, right? So it's a lot of things that needs to be changed. So as I said, we'll be looking out to see what takes place after this, and hopefully the Reggae Boyz can start making their way back up top, making improvements and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll be looking out, and we if it is true, we wish Mr. Whitmore all the best, and hope he gets another chance of maybe with another team or MLS or wherever, because I think he has been doing a fairly good job since he took over until now. We don't know what is going on, what took place, or if there's anything going on that we don't know about with the players and stuff like that. So we wish him all the best, though. He's a former Reggae Boyz too, who was one of the better players, or if not one of the best players on the team. And if Mr. Hill takes over, we also wish him all the best and hope he can transition, make that transition for the Reggae Boyz to start making that improvement that they so need or deserving to. Because I think mathematically they still can qualify for the World Cup, but they can't lose any other game or draw any other game. They have to win every other game and try to, get a few goals. So if it comes down to a goal difference, then we can have a chance. All right, so guys, let's keep watching out for what's gonna happen. So thanks again for tuning into another video, and please remember to like, share, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. So take care, guys. God bless.